I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have some exciting news, and I'm here to introduce my son, Austin Patry, because we both have made some amazing discoveries, and we want to share those discoveries with you. We're planning to have a class on helping you understand the cycles of Bitcoin and how you can benefit from this, because there have been so many people that have contacted me as of the August YouTube that I put out, where I told everyone about to invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies because this is the next big thing. And those that listened are now very, very wealthy. And we want you to get in on this exciting transformation that's happening across the world. This is huge. This is global. You see, it was in 2008 that we had the major crash in the economy. And at that time, I was writing an article that said there's a new transformation about to happen in the way that we exchange money. Well, since this crash was so devastating, everyone looked at me and said, "What are you talking about? You're wrong with this prediction." Well, I didn't know what I was talking about till years later when I discovered that Bitcoin came out in 2008. And aside from that, I wrote a book in 2008 called How to Make Money Using Astrology. And the whole reason why I wrote that book was because of the financial crash that year. And that financial crash that year, everyone here in Texas was suffering. So I wanted to better understand the planetary cycles that determine the ups and downs in the economy. And with deep introspection and research, what I discovered was Rahu and Ketu, the north and south node of the moon, were relative in all major cycles, particularly that deal with the economy and human emotion. And the economy and the stock market will be determined by mass human emotion. And so as I went through looking at these cycles, I studied Jupiter and Saturn and Rahu and Ketu, and they are the key secrets as to the major ups and downs in the financial markets. But on top of that, this past year, I wrote a book called Rahu and Ketu, Your Karmic Destiny Through Eclipses. And what I further discovered through these studies is that Rahu and Ketu, with the lunations and eclipses, are the specific thing that will predict cyclic changes and the ups and downs, and particularly in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So I'm going to share all my secrets with you in a specific class on these cycles, what I've discovered and how we can better predict and know, because I believe we have one more year left of this opportunity to make it big. But you got to act now, because this year, Rahu and Ketu, Rahu is in Cancer and Ketu is in Capricorn. The last time they were there were 18 and a half years ago, and that was the big boom. The .com stocks, everyone was right where they are as today, with everyone all excited about this explosion with cryptocurrency. Back then, it was all about the stocks in the .com, but we know the bubble burst. So as 1999, 2000 was when Rahu was in Cancer and Ketu was in Capricorn. So it's exactly in the same places right now. So this cyclic boom, we have one more year left, and I want you guys to get in on this. So I'm going to give you all the astrological details about this and the cycles, and when I predict it will go up and it will go down. My research has been valid and accurate before. So I'm going to share that. But my son Austin, now he has an amazing story, because He's the one that got me into cryptocurrency. If I didn't have young children, I would not have known about this and been able to study these cycles. So as Austin was in college, in high school actually, he was into this, and I want him to tell you his story because he has studied the cryptocurrencies so well that I wanted to bring him on in this class so he can explain what it is, how it works, and help people understand how they can invest in this, because it's a little complicated, especially for people like me, and he makes it so simple. So Austin, I want you to tell everyone your story and how it all happened, how you got into this, and I want you to tell everyone what you've done with this and how much money he's made. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, you take the floor now. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so it was back around 2014, early 2014, when a friend told me about Bitcoin. And of course, no one has ever heard of it at this time.
No.
But this friend was a really smart guy, so I researched it. I went online. I just started reading these forums about this online cryptocurrency. And no one even knew what a cryptocurrency was at that time either. Mm-hmm. And the more research I did about it, the more this technology just blew my mind.
Yeah.
And so I kept digging more and more, reading more forums, and these are just people who are sitting at their computers mining for Bitcoin all night, and I had no idea what that even meant. And so I started getting involved in it, and then I actually put an investment into it. And I was doing an internship, and all the money I made in that internship I put towards Bitcoin. And this was my sophomore or freshman year summer job in college. And so I put all my money in Bitcoin and I just held it.
And what year was that?
I think that was 2014. Mm-hmm. And
I know you were 19 years old.
Yeah, I was 19 and I put my money into it and I just let it be, because the worst thing you can do is put your money in and the price of Bitcoin or any other stock or currency will go down and you get scared, you panic, and you pull it out. But the more I read and understood about Bitcoin, the more I realized how volatile it is. And so it's going to go way down, it's going to go way up, as you've probably seen in the news. And so the more research I did, the better understanding I had of it, the more comfortable I felt with it. And that's not only for Bitcoin, but the technology behind it called the blockchain. And so in this class, like my mom said, I want to simplify these things and I want to present it in a presentable manner so that you can better understand Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple XRP, which is a big one that a lot of people don't know about. And a lot of people don't understand Ethereum either. And there are so many other cryptocurrencies that have so much potential that people just have never ever heard about unless you're sitting hours on the computer doing this deep, intense research. And so, number one, I want to present these things in layman's terms so all of you have a better understanding, because right now Bitcoin is such a big buzzword. You hear it all on the news and you see people investing in it when they just have absolutely no idea what it is, and that's how you can lose some serious money. So number one, I will explain Bitcoin, I will explain Ethereum and Ripple XRP. So Ripple is just the technology and XRP is the currency that you would invest in. And I will briefly explain the blockchain technology so you have a better understanding. And then I will show you, if you want to, I will show you why you should invest, in my personal opinion. We are not financial experts. We would like to put that disclaimer out there. But we want to tell you this opportunity and why the timing is so important of this opportunity and to invest. And then should you want to invest, I can show you steps on how you actually purchase these cryptocurrencies. Because a lot of people want to do this, and then once they try and actually purchase them, they get too confused and they just stop, and then they give up. And then a couple weeks later, a couple months, a couple years later, they start regretting it because all these other people are millionaires now. But my personal story, I put some money, like I said, after I had my internship, and I put money towards Bitcoin. Years later, when I'm about to graduate from college this past May, I cashed out on my earnings and I bought a food truck. And this is something that I've always wanted to do. It's just been a dream of mine, and I would have never had this opportunity unless I cashed out, unless I invested in Bitcoin in the first place and cashed out. And now I have a food truck with a business partner. We're serving acai bowls around TCU's, which is Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas. And it's been a blast, and it's a legitimate big business that I completely started with Bitcoin. So number one, back to the class, I will explain the simplest terms about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. Number two, I will tell you why now is a great time to invest in it and the opportunity that presents itself. And number three, I will show you how to invest in it. I will give you a step-by-step. I will show you a tutorial online, and I've been working on doing a handout. So it's going to be kind of like a cheat sheet of all cryptocurrency, of these three that we're going to talk about. And then fourth, once you get these cryptocurrencies, how do you protect yourself? How do you keep that safe, and how do you store that so that someone can't hack into it? Because as the popularity of these cryptocurrencies increase, so does the risk of hackers going online and taking all of that away. And then there's also the problem that these exchanges, and an exchange is just a place where you can purchase and sell these cryptocurrencies. The most popular ones you probably heard of are called Coinbase and Kraken. And just 2 days ago, Kraken shut down for 3 days and didn't announce what was happening, and people started freaking out who had money in this Kraken account, and they couldn't pull it out. And so if something crashes, you can't pull it out, then you're going to freak out, and you're going to blame it on these exchanges and on cryptocurrency, when in reality you can prevent all of that from happening. So I will teach you everything I know. I've been doing thorough research for the past years, and this is something that I'm really passionate about, and I hope that you can take advantage of this opportunity and join us for this class.
And with that, I'd like to tell you when the class is scheduled, and this will probably be the beginning of a series of classes, because there's many cryptocurrencies out there, and the next classes that we plan to have, we're going to cover different ones. And of course, I'm going to look at the astrological cycles based on the birth of these coins and where I predict it will go, the ups and downs. Austin will give the background and the facts about it. And the first date of the class is going to be February 11th, and the time is going to be from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to have this class, it's going to be a webinar on Zoom. So once you sign up, you will be invited to the class, a link. So you're going to have to download Zoom first of all, and you will be able to participate live. Now remember, space is limited, so please sign up as soon as possible. And the other thing I do want to add, if you want to read Austin's paper that he wrote for college, he gave it to me, and I actually published it years ago, 3 years ago. I published it in my magazine, astrologicmagazine.com, because I was so amazed. And I bring that paper back up, and it's titled, the first thing that Austin said in this college paper, I hope you got an A on it, was, I'm talking about the next big thing, and he's got big, capital B-I-G, just as big as the internet and everything such as credit cards. This is the next biggest thing, and he's talking about Bitcoin. And I thought this was genius. If you want to read that article, it's on my website, and my website is galacticcenter.org. And when you go to my website, click on articles, and it's the first article, Predicting with Bitcoin. It's fascinating. 3 years ago he wrote this. And remember this, people can't understand Bitcoin right now, nor could they understand credit cards when they first came out. People just couldn't, or the internet. This is the next big thing, guys. We've got to get going with this, and this is a huge opportunity. So check into reading his article. And don't forget, the way that you can register, sign up for this class is on my website, galacticcenter.org. The minute you pull up on the homepage, you'll see the button to click to sign up for this class. It will give a description and directions. And once again, it's February 11th, 2018, 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we invite you to join us and learn more about cycles, astrology, and Bitcoin, and all the other cryptocurrencies that are making a huge wave in the world. So we look forward to seeing you soon live together on this exciting class. So thank you.
Thank you.